Shalom, brothers and sisters. Hallelujah. Hello. Can you say hi? Alright. So, check this out. I am so grateful because of Yahushua HaMashiach. So, I've been looking at the 4th book of Ezra. And as you know, it's an amazing book. And I heard that Ezra was a high priest. So that's very interesting. So let us dive right in. So I'm going to start. I read the first part, like the first 3 chapters. The first 2, I read them like a million times. So, but I want to get this vision. The 4th book of Ezra, Ezra's chapter 3 and beyond. You know, and this is the first vision, Ezra's apocalypse. Amazing, amazing stuff. Here we go. Alright. So, in the 13th year after the destruction of our city, I, Salathiel, who am also called Ezra, was in Babylon. I was troubled as I laid on my bed, and my thoughts welled up in my heart. 2 Kings 25:1. So there's little footnotes of the actual scriptures in the Bible, and I find that amazing. Ezra 4. All right. For I saw the desolation of Zion, and the wealth of them that dwelt in Babylon. And my ruach was sore moved, so that I began to speak words full of fear to the Most High Yahuwah, and said, O sovereign Yahuwah, who bear rule, you spoke at the beginning, when you did plant the earth, and that yourself did alone, and that without help, and commanded the dust, and gave a body to Adam without soul, which was the workmanship of your hands, and did breathe into him the breath of life. And he was made living soul before you, and you led him into garden, which your right hand had planted, before ever the earth came forward. And you laid upon him one commandment, to love your way. But he transgressed, and immediately you appointed death in him, and for his generations, of whom came nations, tribes, people, and kindreds without number. With soul 13. I'm interested in finding what that book looks, but I can't find it. And every nation walked after their own will, and did evil deeds before you, and despised your commandments, and you did not hinder them. Genesis 2:12. And again, in process of time, you brought the flood upon those that dwelt in the world, and destroyed them. Genesis 6:1. And the same fate came to pass on every one of them, that as death came upon Adam, so was the flood upon them. Nevertheless, you left one of them, namely Noah, with his household, of whom came all the righteous who have descended from him. And it happened that when they that dwelt upon the earth began to multiply, and had produced many children and people, and many nations, and were a great people, they began again to be more wicked and chesedless than the first ancestors. Now, when they lived so wickedly before you and committing iniquity, you did choose for yourself a man from among them, whose name was Abraham, Genesis 12:1. And him you loved, and to him only you revealed the end of the times secretly by night. And you made an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that you would never forsake his seed. Genesis 15:5, Genesis 12:17. And to him you gave Yishak, and to Yishak also you gave Yaakov and Esau. As for Yaakov, you did choose and set him apart for yourself, and did reject Esau. And Yaakov became a great multitude. And it came to pass that when you led his seed out of Egypt, you brought them to Mount Sinai, and bowed the heavens. And bowing the heavens, you did set fast the earth, moved the whole world, and made the deaf to tremble, and troubled the times. Exodus 19:16-18, Psalms 68:7. And your splendor passed through the four gates of fire and of earthquake and of wind and of ice, to give the Torah to the seed of Yaakov, and your commandments to the posterity of Yisrael. And yet you did not take away from them their evil heart, so that your Torah might bring forth fruit in them. For the first Adam, burdened with an evil heart, transgressed and was overcome. And so are all that are born of him. Thus the disease was made permanent, and the Torah also in the heart of people with and the Torah also is in the heart of the people with the malignity of the evil root, so that the Tov departed away, and the evil remained. So the times passed away, and the years were brought to an end. Then you raised up for yourself a servant named David, whom you commanded to build a city for your name, and to offer you oblations to you therein from what is yours. When this was done many years, then they that inhabited the city transgressed and forsook you. And in all things did even as Adam and all his generations had done, for they also had the evil heart. And so you gave the city over into the hands of your enemies. Then I said in my heart, are the deeds of those who inhabit Babylon any better? Is that why she has gained dominion over Zion? For when I came here, I saw chesedless impieties without number, and my soul has seen many evildoers and sinners during these 30 years. And my heart failed me, for I have seen how you suffer and endure them, sinning, and have prepared and have separated those who and have spared those who do wickedness, and have destroyed your people, and have preserved your enemies, and have not made it known, and have not shown how your way may be comprehended. Are the deeds of Babylon better than those of Zion? Or is there any other nation that knows you besides Israel? Or what tribe has so believed your covenants as these tribes of Jacob? And yet their reward has not appeared, and their labor has produced no fruit. For I have gone here and there through the nation, and I see that they abound in wealth, and think not upon your commandments. Weigh you therefore or iniquities now in the balance, and theirs also that dwell in the world, so it will be found which way the turn of the scale will incline. So shall your name nowhere be found but in Israel. Job 31:6. Or when have they which dwelt upon the earth have not sinned in your sight? Or what nation have kept your commandments so well? 1 Enoch 41:1, 1 Enoch 61:8. You may indeed find individual men who have kept your commandments, but nations you will not find. Wow. And that is very, very interesting. That was chapter 4, huh? Yeah. Well, brothers and sisters, hope you enjoyed. Shalom.